All right, let's talk about something I think pretty much all of us do, but maybe we feel a little weird about it. We're going to dive into the psychology behind why you keep rewatching that same favorite show over and over again. Does this scene sound familiar? You're scrolling and scrolling. There are hundreds of new, critically acclaimed shows right at your fingertips. And what do? You click on that one show you've already seen. I don't know, maybe 9 times. Well, it turns out you're not just being lazy. There's some fascinating psychology going on here. And this is really the core of it all. You might feel a bit unoriginal, maybe even a little embarrassed about it. But from a psychological standpoint, it's the complete opposite. It's actually a super smart coping mechanism, a sign that your brain is incredibly good at getting what it needs to manage stress. So let's break down the first big reason. For people who tend to think a lot, your brain is just constantly going. It's analyzing, it's processing, it's problem solving. And that can lead to some serious cognitive overload. That's where your favorite show comes in to give your mind a much needed vacation. Think about it. A new show is work. You have to learn all the characters' names, you have to follow the plot twists, you're constantly trying to guess what's going to happen next. But a show you already know by heart, that gives you what's called cognitive ease. Your brain can finally stop analyzing, quiet all that mental chatter, and just recharge. The second reason is all about finding a little safety in a world that often feels pretty chaotic. When our real lives feel uncertain or stressful, we instinctively look for something, anything that we can control. And a familiar show? It's a perfect, self-contained world that you can count on. It's really more than just watching something on a screen. You're stepping into a universe where you are the expert. You know exactly how it all plays out, how every problem gets solved. And that certainty, that provides a profound sense of psychological safety that a stressed-out brain just craves. The fact that you know the ending isn't a bug, it's the entire feature. And this brings us to our third point, which actually gets down to the biological level. This whole habit isn't just a mind game. It has a real physical calming effect on your body. It actually helps regulate your nervous system. In Japan, there's a practice called forest bathing. It's all about just being in a familiar, peaceful, natural setting to lower your stress hormones. Well, a deeply familiar show does something surprisingly similar. By removing all the unknowns, it gives your brain the space to just breathe, effectively lowering your day-to-day anxiety. Okay, number 4 is all about getting some social comfort, but without the usual energy cost. For a lot of us, especially if you have high social sensitivity, real-world interactions can be, well, exhausting. Trying to navigate unpredictable conversations just takes a huge amount of mental energy. But the characters in your favorite show, they're like a safe, predictable group of friends. You get all the warmth of that connection, you get the inside jokes, the comfort of just being around them, but there are zero cognitive demands. There's no energy drain at all. It's all the good parts of socializing with none of the stress. And when you put all of this together, it leads to our final and maybe most important point, emotional regulation. Deciding to rewatch a show isn't just a passive thing you do. It's actually a very active and very smart strategy to manage your own emotions. Just think about the emotional risk. A new series could slam you with a shocking plot twist or kill off your favorite character out of nowhere, sending your anxiety through the roof. A familiar show, on the other hand, offers a gentle, known emotional journey. Your brain is intentionally choosing stability over the kind of forced intensity a new show might deliver. So, to wrap it all up, here are the 5 key benefits for an overactive brain. Rewatching isn't lazy. It's a sophisticated strategy your mind uses to reduce cognitive load, create safety, regulate stress, find social comfort, and maintain emotional stability. It's basically a powerful tool for self-care. Which leaves us with this final thought. The next time you find yourself hitting play on that same series again, don't think of it as a sign that you're boring. See it for what it is. A sign that you have a complex mind that is smart enough to know exactly how to protect its own peace. You don't think too much, you just think deeper, and that's something absolutely worth protecting.